Hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review and recap for Chasing Atlanta Season 5, Episode 8, 9, 10. I don't know. The one that came out last Wednesday, whenever it came out. Sorry I'm late. Life. I call life. But yeah, I I'm gonna try and do the stuff that I want to do. So when I get to the video that I don't want to do, it's like medicine. All right, let's get into the shenanigans, shall we? You can't do another second of what, Troy? Okay, so we back at Top Golf, and Troy throwing a temper tantrum because I guess he assumed that everybody was going to buy into his ridiculous assumptions and co-sign on his bull crap story about Rico and the can of mace, and him being in his feelings that he co-signed on his friend stepping to this man at his event, and your friend got done up, and now you're mad and jealous, and you're mad and angry, and you blaming everybody but where the blame belongs, which is on you and your friend. So now I'm too emotional, and people be yelling, so yell and da 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 da, but nobody was yelling at you. We just weren't accepting your bullcrap story. That's it. That's all. And because you're being held, the onus is being placed where it belongs, which is on you. Now you throwing a whole hissy fit, and you super emotional, and you can't take one more second. Grow up, young man. Grow up. No, Oliver understands exactly where you're coming from. You're trying to play victim now after you started some shit and the shit didn't go the way you thought it was. So, being that Oliver is not going to take the blame or take the onus of what happened off of you and your big bag of foolishness, now he's yelling at you, and you can't take people yelling at you, and you getting loud when no one actually got loud with him. They just did not agree and wasn't going to roll with your crybaby antics. I don't feel anything. Not a drop of sympathy, nothing. You can cry until your eyeballs fall out. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and you were dead wrong. So please accept the responsibility for you and your wrongness. Stand corrected, young man. Stand up. Like what you. Okay. Okay, so um, Cameron styled some baby named Asia Sparks, I think her name is. I think that's what the baby's name is. I can't 100% be sure. I think that's, I'm old enough, forgetful child. I don't know. I think that's what the baby's name is. Now, he mentioned that Jesus, he styled her for some photo shoots for her EP and her and her music videos, and so that's what he was doing with her that day. So he just had a little conversation about working and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Then we go to Aaron Thomas, who is opening up his photography business, and he's doing photo shoots. And he's one of his first customers is Dominique for Dominique's doggy line, and they do a little photo shoot. They talk about going to Tennessee, and he said he had a crush on Troy, but Troy ghosted him because he said I guess that Troy felt like they weren't compatible. Now listen here, damn it. And so that's a thing that happened. Um, we gonna see. He said Troy gave him "I want to be taken care of" vibes, and I'm not anybody's sugar daddy. Well, there's that. But we gonna keep it pushing and see what happens. Okay, so before we get into this therapy session that this baby so desperately needs to get his life together, um, we are with Oliver and the indubitable Sister T.S. Madison. Now, um, and there is a conversation that is had about being two spirited and how he identifies and having body dysmorphia in his trying to figure out where he fits in his identification process, how he identifies. And he thought at one point that he was going to get him some titties and that was going to be the right answer. And that wasn't correct. And all manners of things. I am happy that he has figured it out that he is just him and that's what makes sense to him. And he is very two spirit. He's very because allergies will not let me be great. Um, I'll put them back on in a minute. He's two spirited to where, you know, he's a lady. Oliver is very much a lady. He's a man, but he's very much a lady, if that makes any sense. So, he's going through that particular process and hopefully he gets himself to the other side. And now he talks to T.S. Madison and Monique because they went to her. He's the executive producer. It's his show. Turned Out with T.S. that's on Fox Soul. That's his show that he produces with T.S. Madison, and her guest was Monique. And he had a beautiful conversation with both T.S. and he was able to give Monique her flowers as he is a huge fan of hers, which is absolutely lovely. So we're gonna get back to Troy and his psychiatrist, talking to his psychiatrist, and see what he talking about. So with Troy going to see the psychiatrist, um, it it explains a lot when you start to do healing work and you open yourself up. You do have a lot of uncontrolled, unmanaged feelings that bubble up inappropriately at inappropriate times and places because you've just started to opening up yourself for healing. So, um, yeah, that explains some things. Not everything. We still gonna hold you accountable for some things. Okay, we gonna leave it there and keep pushing. So Oliver Drew and Willa had this lovely conversation about being two spirited and finding your real identity and having issues and speaking with a psychiatrist so you can come to a realization of who you really are and accepting yourself for who you are. Beautiful. We then go to T.S. Lokendra's photo, a video shoot for Always Be My Bae. Who's singing the hook? Who's singing the hook on this? Did y'all clear this sample for Mariah? I have so many questions about what's happening here. The video shoot looked good. The hair looked good. The wardrobe was good. Rico with the K was love interest. Jay Amore was there. I'm assuming he styled her clothing. Willa did her hair. Drew was there for moral support. I don't, or whatever. Wayne, of course, he's management, so he's in charge of the whole shebangy pal. And it went off well, and everybody had a conversation. They're ready to go to Tennessee. And T.S. Kendra and Rico with a cake in a conversation about Dominique, and she was like, "I don't have an issue with Dominique. We just haven't spoken." And he's like, "Dominique is saying the same thing. So why do y'all keep bringing it up? They'll talk when they see each other. If they ain't got no issue, okay." I done ate that chicken and got tired, y'all. Eating is supposed to build your steam up, not slow you down, God. All right, let's move on from this, shall we? Whoever sang the hook was horrible. Next up, we went to Oliver's birthday party. Everybody was there. Everybody acted like they had sense. It looked like there was a wonderful event. Apparently, there was a mishap with one of the strippers and not having the parts cleaned well, like it should have been. And that's all I have to say. This is I'm not. I can't. Jesus. Yeah, a good time was had by all. T.S. Kendra roasted him. Miss Sophia roasted him. Nobody acted like they ain't have home training, so the fun was proving that y'all can be adult enough to act like you got some sense in a formal setting. But you know, it is what it is. Happy birthday, Oliver. Belated. I'm sure I said it when your actual birthday happened. But I'm glad you had a wonderful, drama-free birthday, even though you were 2.5 hours late to your own party, which tracks. So there's that. Okay, and so the episode ended with Willa, Dominique, Jay Amore, Rico with a K, and Drew. I think they were like doing a balloon release for Dominique's dad or granddad and Willa's grandmother. It was very emotional for Willa. She is still down bad in her grief, and rightfully so. And she talked about her grandma was her girl, and you know she's going through. And on top of that, she's having these issues with finding somewhere to stay and all these other things. And it's a lot on her. It's a lot for anyone to bear. But she is strong, and she will get through this and get to the other side, and find a lightness in her life again. So, you know, I'm just praying her strength and praying comfort for her heart, in dealing with the grief of losing her grandmother. That's how the episode ended. Next week is the cabin trip where everybody gonna be in their feelings for no good reason. But this has been my review and recap for Chasing Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 9. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one.